They didn't steal my money. That would have been simpler. No, they did something worse. They made it untouchable and then acted like I was the problem. So I made a mistake. Or at least I thought I did. A few months ago, I decided to trust a small local credit union with some of my savings, not a big bank. No shiny branding. Just one of those quiet places where everyone pretends they know your name. At first, it felt safe. Too safe. You know the kind of place. Soft lighting, outdated furniture, that faint smell of paper and printer ink mixed with cheap air freshener. The kind of place that makes you think, nothing bad happens here. Yeah. That illusion didn't last long. One day, I went to an ATM, inserted my card, typed my PIN, declined. I tried again, declined. That small moment, that tiny hesitation from a machine, it does something to you. Your chest tightens. Your mind starts racing. Did I forget something? Did I get hacked? Did I mess up? So I went inside the branch. The clerk barely looked at me, just handed me a code, said I could use it to withdraw directly from my account. No explanation, no concern, just a workaround. And at the time, I accepted it because when systems fail quietly, you assume someone else is in control. A few days later, everything locked. Not partially, not temporarily. Everything. My account, my funds, my access. Gone. At first, I thought it was a glitch. Something that would fix itself. It didn't. I called support. Again and again and again. Every time. The same tone. Cold. Dismissive, like I was wasting their time, and then it got worse. There's a certain way people talk to you and they've already decided you're the problem. Short answers, slight attitude, that subtle edge in their voice that says, "We don't trust you." And somewhere in between those calls, I started noticing something else. The pauses. The way they'd repeat my name, my last name. It's not local, not familiar, and maybe I was overthinking it, or maybe I wasn't. But when you're locked out of your own money for over a month, you start hearing things differently. You start feeling things differently. I remember sitting in my room one night, staring at my phone, thinking, how is this real? I didn't overdraft. I didn't break any rules. This was their mistake. Some internal error, a delay in processing, and somehow I was the one paying for it. That's when frustration turned into something else, something colder, more focused. I called my family back home. Not for solutions, just to vent, to let it out. And somewhere in that conversation, my younger cousin said something that made me pause. At first, it sounded ridiculous, almost stupid. But the more I thought about it, the more it made sense. There are services out there, cheap ones, where people get paid tiny amounts to post things online. Comments, reviews, complaints. Mass-produced voices that look real enough if you don't look too closely. I remember staring at my screen after he told me. Part of me hesitated. This is too much. This could backfire. Is this really worth it? But then another thought came in. They've had your money for a month. They didn't care. Silence from them. So why should I stay quiet? I opened the site. It was Disturbingly easy. Options everywhere. Profiles, locations, styles, American-looking accounts, generic names, clean photos, like a factory for opinions. I spent $3, just $3. And then I started writing. Not lies, just amplified truth, frustration, delays, poor service, repeated, multiplied, over and over again. Each post a reflection of what they made me feel, and then I hit submit and waited. It didn't take long. Within hours, their social media started shifting, then flooding, comments stacking under every post, complaints appearing faster than they could delete them. The tone changed from clean to chaotic, and I just watched quietly, refreshing the page, seeing the numbers grow. There's a strange feeling when you realize something small, something almost insignificant, is actually working. Not loud, not explosive, just effective. And then my phone rang. Unknown number. I answered. Different voice this time. Come. Professional. Careful. The call center manager. Suddenly, they understood my frustration. Suddenly, they were ready to help. They offered everything. Immediate resolution, full access to my funds, even a transfer to another bank if I wanted. And then the part that almost made me laugh, compensation, $50 for the inconvenience. A month of being locked out, reduced to a number. But at that point, it wasn't about the money anymore. It was about control. And I had it back. I took the offer, moved my money, closed the chapter. Clean. Simple. They never mentioned the flood of complaints, never asked questions. And I think I know why. Because there was no clean way to trace it back. No proof. Just consequences. The only problem? Those posts. They're still there, scattered across their pages, lingering, unanswered. And honestly, I don't even know how to take them down. But that's not my problem anymore. What I learned from all this is that systems don't respond to fairness. They respond to pressure. You can be patient. You can be polite and still get ignored. But the moment their image is at risk, that's when they listen. So no, I didn't steal anything back. I didn't break in. I didn't hack. I just made sure they couldn't ignore me anymore. And sometimes that's all it takes.